Hello there everyone, RedRiverAviation here with yet another video, and today we have an aviation news this week episode for you. I believe this is episode 53. We've got a lot of great news for you today as we're going to get started in with some pictures that were submitted by some of you guys. Yes, you guys have submitted some great pictures today. And we're going to get started here with GeminiJets 2000 submitted some pictures from PDX or Portland. He works there as a ramp agent, and he sent me some really awesome pictures here of some aircraft stored there. Some information that he gave before we get started into looking at some of these fantastic pictures. I'm just going to scroll down here to the bottom of the email. These pictures were taken on the 21st of March 2020, and there were 28 planes parked, but they have been reduced now down to 20 at the time that he sent this, which was June 25th. And so they're slowly bringing these aircraft back into service, but I just thought during the height of the pandemic, I would show you some of these awesome pictures. So you've seen some aircraft parked on the ramp, and like some B738s, and some split scimitars, and there are some B739s with splits. I think pretty much the entire Alaska fleet now has splits. There might be a few that still don't, but most of them are still split. You can see a picture there of pretty much the entire ramp of like all of the aircraft. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. But here we have some more B737s that you'll see scrolling by. I think he got a picture of every single aircraft there, so very much thank you, sir, for those. And there's Alaska Airlines A320, which is really cool. And he got a couple 20s, yes. And there's a lot of really cool aircraft, and there's a special livery coming up here too as well. You can see another 20, and here's a special livery. We got the Spirit of the Islands aircraft parked at PDX. That is a beautiful aircraft. GeminiJets may model this back in, I want to say, 2015. Actually, I think 2016. Yeah, 2016. It's a really cool model, and I really like this livery. Super awesome that GeminiJets 2000 got this at PDX. Here's an old Hawaiian Lave livery aircraft. There's still a couple of these kicking around. I really like that livery. It's one of my favorite Alaska liveries. You can see another one in Hawaiian Lave. You can see it says proudly all Boeing there on the nose. That's something they don't do on their current livery. So yeah, those are the pictures from GeminiJets 2000. I'll include a link to his channel down below so you can subscribe to him. He's got a lot of really good content, and his channel's worth checking out. Plus, he's sending these pictures, so thank you very much to you, good soul. Alright, so next up, we have some pictures by my friend RedRiverAviation. He had the opportunity of seeing Air Force One coming in to land on the 20th of June 2020 at Tulsa International Airport. That was for the first Trump rally in several months. Now, I don't want to get into the politics of the rally or anything like that, so let's not mention that. Let's not comment on it. If you do comment, I will have to delete your comment. I don't want any politics really on this channel because it's not a political channel. This is an aviation channel. So we're going to get started with showing you some of the pictures that he got. He got some rather fabulous pictures of Air Force One came in here, the VC-25B. This is November 29,000 that he got coming in. This is one of the two that they have. There's 28,000 and 29,000. And these aircraft are due for replacement in a few years with some new 747-8. So that'll be a really nice addition to upgrade the presidential fleet. And here's a picture of the VC-25B parked at the ramp at Tulsa. You can see some security vehicles around. And there's a Southwest aircraft, I believe, taxiing in the background. But you can see on the corner left that the Astrojet special livery was also at Tulsa. Unfortunately, he did miss picturing that one, but you know, he did kind of get in the corner. So you might be interested in what happens with the presidential fleet when, let's say, the president comes to your town. Doesn't matter if it's Donald Trump or Barack Obama, whoever the president is, there's some interesting things that happen when the president comes to town. So, not just Air Force One coming in. We're going to assume for this that he's flying in. And when he flies in on the Air Force One, it isn't just that aircraft that comes in. There's often some other support aircraft that come in as well. In this instance, Vice President Mike Pence spoke at the event as well. And so you can see here some pictures of Air Force 2 coming in. These are classified as C-32 aircraft. And so the military has military variants of every single aircraft that they have. So for example, this 757, they call this a C-32. And the Air Force One aircraft, the VC-25s. And then we're going to see a picture here of a C-17. This one is super cool, as there usually it's going to be 1 or 2 or even up to 3 cargo aircraft that come in support of the president coming in. So for example, this one is a C-17. This C-17 was deployed from McCord Air Force Base, which for those of you who don't know where that is, that's in Tacoma, Washington. So it's really cool to see these aircraft, as some of you may be familiar with. A lot of the Air Force aircraft will have on the tail a little stripe that designates the unit that the aircraft comes from. So that's where you can tell where an aircraft is from the United States Air Force, if you're ever interested in knowing that. So it's really cool to see the president come into your town, and whenever he comes in, you might want to look out, because often you'll see other aircraft come in support of the president, which makes it quite interesting to watch. So thank you to RedRiverAviation for those pictures. He sent some fantastic pictures in, and he also got a 737 MAX coming in as a ferry flight, which will be covering our main news story for this week. And that is that Boeing has begun certification flights for the 737 MAX. This has been long in coming. Super excited to have this happen. This actually means that the recertification process for the 737 MAX has actually started, and I've actually started seeing some 737 MAXs being ferried around for different places, and you can see here that RedRiverAviation got some of these 737 MAX 8s. You can see one coming in here from ferrying, and they moves them around to Tulsa, and there seems to be more 737 MAX activity occurring now. Plus, obviously, Boeing is now doing official certification flights, which is really awesome. So once those certification flights happen, the aircraft can be recertified for service, and then the aircraft can start going into service once again. Obviously, pilots will need to be trained. The aircraft will need to have the updates and changes made to them. But really, we could be within a few months of the 737 MAX return to service. If you really want my guess, I'm going to say September, October time frame. And so I actually think it could happen. And so it's really good news that the 737 MAX is coming back into service, which is really, really good news. So that is the main news item for this week. It's actually a fairly light week for news from what I could find. I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff that I missed, because I know every single time I mess something up, there's going to be somebody commenting in the comments I messed it up. Of course, that's how it works. But something I didn't know about was that there are some new aircraft in the Scandinavian Air Service livery. So this picture here was just posted on the 5th of July 2020, and it was taken on the 2nd of January. And this was one of the first aircraft painted in the new livery on an ATR, so one of the small prop aircraft. This aircraft is registered as Echo Sierra Alpha Tango India, and it's for Scandinavian Airlines operating as Nordica, which is their regional operator. So that's really cool. This is a great picture, and I actually really like the new livery. I think it looks pretty good. So you might wonder what aircraft currently wear the new livery for Scandinavian Air Service. Well, they have an A350 here, which is Sierra Echo Romeo Sierra Delta. That's their first A350. They might have a couple more since, but I only know this one, but they are to get several more. They also have several A320neos. I did not know about this until GeminiJets released their A320neos. Like, oh, SAS has some of these. I need to check it out. And this one here, just seen photographed, is Sierra Echo Romeo Oscar Kilo. They also have 6 other A320neos in the new livery as well. All these are new aircraft. And they are Romeo Oscar X-Ray, Romeo Oscar Juliet, Romeo Oscar Hotel, Romeo Oscar Zulu, Romeo Oscar India, and Romeo Oscar Yankee, with a further 2 more set for delivery very soon. So they're getting a lot of these since the pandemic. They're just getting all the A320neos. So it's really cool, and they are flying around the system. They also have an A320, an older A320 with the Regos fenced winglets. This one here is OICAM. It's a really cool aircraft. I love that registration. I'm just going to call it OICAM because it's a fun one to say. And then they also have an A321 in the current livery, which is Oscar Yankee Kilo Bravo Hotel. So I just want to give you guys a little fleet update with the new livery for Scandinavian Air Service. Keep you guys up to date, particularly for those of you who like to go spot these aircraft, so you know which ones to look out for in the new livery if you're looking for them. And I'm also thinking of doing a video series on the new livery aircraft. Well, not new livery aircraft, but on fleets of airlines. And so if you want to see me do a video. Basically, it'll be a yearly video where I cover an airline's fleet, go through the entire fleet, mention all the aircraft they have, mention their special liveries, and that sort of thing. So if you want to see a video of that, comment below and tell me which airline I should do first. I'll pretty much be willing to do any airline. So, put it down below. The one that gets the most votes will be the one that I do. So go down there and like the comment that you want. Alright, we have one last news item, and that is that this A-10 here, registered 80-0275, for the United States Air Force, is an A-10C Thunderbolt II, is in a special livery. So this one is in a classic World War II inspired livery here, the gray on the bottom, the green on top, and then of course like the D-Day stripes there on the engine. This one looks super awesome, and it's just a cool livery. I really like that they're doing this retro style livery. I think it's awesome. So this picture was taken on the 3rd of July 2020 is when this aircraft was spotted. So it's really cool to see this one. I think it looks amazing. And really that's it that we have for aviation news this week. It's kind of a quieter week, as I mentioned before, so I was able to cover some things I didn't cover last week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment what airline you want me to do for the new airline fleet series. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.